Hey, it's Inigo here and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to make a video about TE-Toimisto, which in England might be quite similar to the job centre. I don't know exactly what TE stands for, but something like work, and Toimisto is office, so kind of like employment office. So I kind of recently interacted quite a bit with the services there. And as a foreigner, I wasn't really sure what they had to offer. I didn't really know they existed. When I came to Finland, I didn't really know what I was going to do, and whether this would be part of my plan or not. I didn't really think that it would be. But I started to use the service. I came to Finland only a few months ago, or maybe 6 months ago now. And initially I was just trying to focus on learning the language, and I was paying for a few online courses, which with the Helsinki University. But at some point I decided, okay, I'll start engaging with the system and maybe I'll see if I can find a job. They might ask me to find a job and maybe they can help me. And obviously that would be good to have some money and some employment here. So I went to the TE-Toimisto, and I was kind of expecting they were going to be like, okay, you need to start finding a job. Here's some resources, go and get a job. But it was really interesting because they were kind of asking like what my goals were, and what I was trying to do at the moment. And I said that I'd kind of started trying to learn the language. And they said, okay, well, actually there is kind of two routes. There's one route you can do with the TE-Toimisto, where if you're an English speaker, let's say, you can't speak Finnish, but you just want to start looking and you're happy to work in English and you're not really bothered about learning Finnish, you just want to work and earn some money. That's one route. And then there's another route which kind of includes an integration plan, which helps foreigners kind of learn a bit more about Finland. I've not started yet, so I can't say fully about what happens. But you do some integration course, and alongside it you also learn Finnish as well. And that's like free courses, and they give you a little bit of money, obviously not a lot. You can't have a great life. You kind of would probably have to live kind of paycheck to paycheck sort of thing. But the courses that I've been paying for have been like €100 a course, and these courses that they offer are like 5 days a week, I think maybe 9 till 2, something like that. So pretty much full-on education. And to kind of progress to the courses, I had to do a test to see what level I'm at, to make sure that I get put into the right courses, the right lessons. So I went to do the course. I actually did the course yesterday, and apparently I'm a 2.1/A2.2, which would there's kind of, in the structure of the courses, there are beginner courses that get you to basically A2.1, or there are courses for people that are already at A2.1 or A2.2 that will help you get straight to B1. And I'll kind of talk more about that because that's what I was told about. But I think the beginner courses are a lot more common, and apparently those courses happen a lot more frequently as well. But for me, as someone that's learned a little bit of Finnish and I speak a little bit of Finnish, I was put into kind of the middle group. And as part of that, there are 3 different options through the TE-Toimisto. So there are 3 different options. One is for people that don't really have a lot of experience in employment. Maybe you don't have many qualifications. It's a vocational route. The other option is for people that maybe have some qualifications and they're just open to any jobs. They're not really looking to kind of learn anything particular, but they're just looking to get a job. And along with that, it also comes Finnish lessons, as does the vocational route. And then the other route, it's kind of more of an academic route. So it's for people that are currently studying or have a high-level degree and want to continue in the field that they're sort of working towards or already have experience in. For me, I could have potentially done that route, but the starting point for that is A2.2, which I'm kind of on the cusp of. He said it would have been okay, but it also moves a little bit kind of faster. So that course lasts 100 days, while the other two last 120. And although I have a master's degree, I've not worked at all in the field that I specialised in. And I'm not too bothered about the kind of specialist area that I have, and I probably wouldn't even call it specialist area anymore. So I opted for the route to go straight to employment. My main aim was I just want to learn Finnish. I have a Finnish wife and I want to be here for a long time. So for me, my main aim is just to learn Finnish. I have some friends that already are working in Finland. Maybe they got a job set up before they moved here, or they just came here and started looking for work and they found a job. A problem that they've had is that they just can't find the time to study Finnish. Obviously, if you've got a full 9 to 5, it can be quite difficult to then find the time, and even to find the courses, like to find a course which you will be available to do. It can be difficult. So knowing that, I think it's really important for me to focus on learning the language. I'm already close to where I need to be. So I went for the work route. I'm quite open to what I wanted to do. I guess I don't know a lot about the system right now, and maybe I'll make some future videos about this, but I think really what I wanted to say or to share is the services that are available. I was kind of coming from England. You kind of hear stories about how immigrants are treated here. I know obviously there are differences in types of immigrants, like asylum seekers, for example, and hearing some of the news about how asylum seekers are being treated in England right now. They're talking about potentially putting tags on them to make sure that they can track them. It's very inhuman. Whereas here in Finland, I feel like the whole experience, I've been treated very nicely and they've considered what I want to do, and there's options available to help me integrate. I think something that I've heard is that it can be quite hard to find a job even if you don't know Finnish. And I know people that are quite qualified, and even when I've looked for jobs, I used to work in sales. When I've looked for jobs, it says that you need to be fluent or even native in Finnish and then fluent in English. Obviously I'm fluent in English, but my Finnish is very poor. So it could be very difficult, even though you're very skilled and experienced, to find a job in Finland. So it's kind of nice that they have these options available for people that kind of need to really learn Finnish before they can get into the job market. Whereas I think in England, if you come to the country, there's not a lot of support, and I can really understand that it might be quite difficult for people to kind of get integrated and get fully into the system. And I know that there are immigrants here that do still find it hard, and it's not perfect here by any means, but I really do think it's a lot more. It's just a better kind of system. I was really shocked, and I've told some of my family members about the services that are available to immigrants here, and they were quite shocked as well. So the fact that I can learn Finnish, and I can learn it for free, and I get a little bit of money. I had a good job before, so I do have some savings, and my wife is working. So for me, at least, the small amount of money is perfectly enough. I don't know how livable that would be realistically. I guess my situation is a bit different because I have my wife. I guess you probably would get some extra benefits if maybe you were living alone to help you survive, because that's obviously not enough. Maybe you might get money from Gala, which might help you to just pay your rent, for example. But yeah, anyway, I've kind of made this video longer than it needs to be. But I really just wanted to share that there are some really nice services available. And maybe if I knew that these services were available before I came to Finland, I probably would have interacted and engaged with them sooner. Because it's a really good, it's some really good services. There's a few different routes as well, so it's not just like, oh, you're an immigrant, come here, you're going to do this. They have like 3 different options if you go down the integration route, and if you want to get a job, they can help you find work as well. So definitely something to look into if you're about to move to Finland, or if you've recently moved to Finland. I would definitely recommend checking out the TE-Toimisto. If you have any comments or any questions, then leave them below, and I hope to see you again soon.